The House will come to order. The Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Representative Marvin, House District 31. Mr. Shebel, please call the roll.
Representatives Amabile. Rep. Amabile.
Excused.
Armagast. Bacon. Byrd. Representative Byrd.
Excused.
Bockenfeld.
Excused.
Basenecker. Bottoms. Bradfield. Bradley. Brown. Representative Brown. Brown's excused. Catlin. Clifford. Doherty. DeGraff. Degree Kennedy. Duran. English is excused. Epps.
Here.
Evans. Frizzell. Froelich. Garcia. Hamrick. Hartsook. Hernandez. Rep. Hernandez.
Excused.
Herod. Representative Herod.
Excused.
Holtorf. Judah. Rep. Judah.
Excused.
Joseph. Kip. Leader. Lindsay. Linstead. Rep. Linstead.
Excused.
Luck.
Here.
Lukens. Lynch. Mabry. Marshall. Martinez. Marvin. Morrow. McCormick. McLaughlin. Ortiz.
Here.
Parenti. Representative Parenti.
Excused.
Puglisi. Ricks. Representative Ricks.
Excused.
Rootenell. Sirota. Snyder. Soper. Rep. Soper.
Excused.
Story. Taggart. Titone. Valdez A.
Here.
Velasco. Vigil. Weinberg. Weissman. Wilford. Wilson. Winter. Woodrow. Young. And Madam Speaker.
Here. With 57 present, 8 excused, we do have a quorum. Representative Marvin.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today, I just wanted to share a few words of wisdom that I was thinking about this morning as I was reflecting on my way into the Capitol today. I just wanted to share these words from the esteemed Dorinda Medley, which is, say it, forget it, write it, regret it. And I hope that we all keep that in mind as we move through the end of the session. And Madam Speaker, I move that the Journal of Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024, be approved as corrected by the Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Representative. Members, you've heard the motion that the journal be approved as corrected by the Chief Clerk. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. The motion is adopted. Madam Majority Leader.
Get there. Dang it. Hang on, where am I?
Members, we are getting to business. Please take your seats.
Hang on a second.
Now, Madam Majority Leader.
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to proceed out of order for consideration of resolution.
Seeing no objection, we will proceed out of order for consideration of resolutions. Mr. Schiebel, please read the title to House Joint Resolution 1021.
House Joint Resolution 1021 by Representatives Duran and Puglisi, also Senators Winter F. and Danielson, concerning Sexual Assault Awareness Month and in connection therewith, recognizing April as Sexual Assault Awareness Month and designating April 24th, 2024 as Colorado Denim Day.
Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Denim Day was created to raise awareness about rape myths in our society. It started in 1998 when an Italian Supreme Court case was overturned because the justices stated the victim's tight jeans were indicators of her consent. Since 2013, Colorado recognizes Denim Day to continue a much-needed conversation about the injustice survivors face and encourage efforts to combat the myths and stereotypes that remain pervasive in our society. With recognizing Sexual Assault Awareness Month and Denim Day, we can show survivors and those who support and serve them that we stand with survivors today and always. I also want to acknowledge that it is CCASA's 40th anniversary today. So for 40 years, they have been serving survivors and giving them the tools that they need to continue and to move on. So I'd like to acknowledge that today. Thank you.
And Minority Leader Puglisi, I might ask you to move the joint resolution.
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. I move House Joint Resolution 24-1021, and we are not going to ask that it be read at length.
Okay, please proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you all for your generosity. We really just appreciate all the people who have stopped us this week to talk about how important this resolution is, how important it is to support survivors, and you really did put your money where your mouth is. So thank you so much for supporting us and helping to support, most importantly, sexual assault survivors. Thank you.
Seeing no further discussion, the motion before us is the adoption of House Joint Resolution 1021. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine and members proceed to vote. Representative Epps, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Epps votes yes. Representative Luck, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Luck votes yes. Representative Judah, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Judah votes yes. Representative Valdez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Valdez votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Please close the machine. With 61 ayes, 0 no, and 4 excused, House Joint Resolution 1021 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Representative Epps, Judah, Valdez, co-sponsor. Representative Ortiz, co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to proceed out of order for third reading.
Seeing no objection, we will proceed out of order for third reading of bills. Mr. Shebel, please read the title to House Bill 1230.
House Bill 1230 by Representatives Parenti and Bacon, also Senators Winter, F., and Cutter, concerning protections for property owners with respect to improvements to real property.
Madam Majority Leader. The House will stand in recess. The House will come back to order. Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I would like to lay over House Bill 1230 till after Senate Bill 73.
The House will stand in recess.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
The House will come back to order. Thank you, Madam Majority Leader. It was a late night last night.
Yes, it was. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I withdraw my motion.
So withdrawn, please proceed. Oh,
Thank you. I'd like to move House Bill 1230 till after Senate Bill 73.
House Bill 1230 will be heard after Senate Bill 73. Mr. Shebel, please read the title to Senate Bill 134.
Senate Bill 134 by Senators Smallwood and Exum, also Representatives Wilford and Weinberg, concerning the operation of a home-based business in a common interest community.
Madam Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move Senate Bill 134 on third reading and final passage.
The motion before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 134 on third reading and final passage. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine and members proceed to vote. Representative Epps, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Epps votes yes. Representative Luck, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Luck votes no. Representative Judah, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Judah votes yes. Representative Valdez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Valdez votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Please close the machine. With 60 aye, 1 no, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 134 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Representative Epps, co-sponsors. Representative Judah, co-sponsors. Please, oh, yes, got her. Please close the machine. Mr. Shebel, please read the title to Senate Bill 73.
Senate Bill 73 by Senators Smallwood and Rodriguez, also Representatives Velasco and Tatone, concerning a change to the maximum number of employees that an employer may employ to qualify as a small employer for health care insurance coverage.
Madam Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move Senate Bill 73 on third reading and final passage.
The motion before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 73 on third reading and final passage. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine and members proceed to vote. Representative Epps, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Epps votes yes. Representative Luck, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Luck votes no. Representative Judah, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Judah votes yes. Representative Valdez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Valdez votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Lindsay and Winter. Please close the machine. With 56 ayes, 6 no, 3 excused, Senate Bill 73 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Representative Epps, co-sponsors. Representative Judah, co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Shebel, please read the title to House Bill 1230.
House Bill 1230 by Representatives Parenti and Bacon, also Senators Winter F. and Cutter, concerning protections for property owners with respect to improvements to real property.
Madam Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move House Bill 1230 on third reading and final passage.
The motion before us is the adoption of House Bill 1230 on third reading and final passage. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine and members proceed to vote. Representative Epps, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Epps votes yes. Representative Luck, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Luck votes no. Representative Judah, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Judah votes yes. Representative Valdez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Valdez votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Please close the machine. With 35 aye, 27 no, and 3 excused, House Bill 1230 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Representative Epps, co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Sorry. Madam Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to lay over House Bill 1030 to Friday, April 5th, 2024.
Seeing no objection, the bill will be laid over until Friday, April 5th, 2024. Madam Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to lay over Senate Bill 66 and House Bill 1028 to Friday, April 5th, 2024.
Seeing no objection, the bills will be laid over until Friday, April 5th, 2024. Mr. Shebel, please read the title to Senate Bill 128.
Senate Bill 128 by Senators Hendrickson and Pelton B., also Representatives Bradley and McLaughlin, concerning the repeal of an obsolete provision that required the Department of Transportation to make recommendations to the General Assembly by 2011.
Madam Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move Senate Bill 128 on third reading and final passage.
The motion before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 128 on third reading and final passage. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine and members proceed to vote. Representative Epps, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Epps votes yes. Representative Luck, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Luck votes yes. Representative Valdez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Valdez votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Please close the machine. With 62 ayes, 0 no, 3 excused, Senate Bill 128 is adopted. Co-sponsors. Representative Epps, co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Madam Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move for Senate Bill 137, House Bill 1236 to be removed from the special orders calendar and placed back on the general orders second reading calendar.
Seeing no objection, the bills listed will be removed from the special orders calendar and returned to the general orders second reading calendar. Madam Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move for the following bills to be added to the special orders calendar on Thursday, April 4th, 2024 at 9:27 a.m. House Bill 1337, House Bill 1158, and House Bill 1362.
Seeing no objection, the bills listed by the Majority Leader will be made special orders calendar on Thursday, April 4th at 9:27 a.m. Representative Joseph. Members, you have heard the motion. We will now proceed to special orders, and seeing no objection, Representative Joseph will take the chair.
No, that's the one I gave you a copy.
The committee will come to order. With your unanimous consent, the bills will be read by title unless there's a request for a bill to be read at length. Committee reports are printed and in your bill folders. Floor amendments will be shown on the screen and on your iPads. Bills will be laid over upon motion of the majority leader. The court rule is relaxed. Mr. Shebo, please read the title to House Bill 241337.
House Bill 1337 by Representatives Judah and Bacon concerning the rights of a unit owner in a common interest community in relation to the collection of amounts owed by the unit owner to the common interest community.
Rep. Bacon.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It is such a pleasure to serve with you.
It is an honor to serve with you,
All
Assistant
right.
Majority Leader Bacon.
I move House Bill 1337 and the committee report.
To the committee report.
Okay, thank you, members. House Bill 1337 is a fantastic bill that will help everybody, and we work so hard to get support from the stakeholder community, particularly around the issue of HOAs. In the Transportation, Housing, and Local Government Committee, we brought two amendments to the bill to clarify to clarify attorney fees, and we also brought an amendment to clarify if you will, some of the foreclosure proceedings for alternate leanings. However, we do have an amendment to once again amend the conversation on attorneys' fees. So with that, we're going to move, I move L6 and ask that it be displayed.
L6 has been moved. And properly displayed. Rep. Bacon.
Thank you. Members, L6 further clarifies our concern on attorneys' fees. And it also clarifies it in a way that when we have a conversation a little bit later about an additional bill, that we will have language that will work together and coincide together. And so in the committee report, we said that attorneys' fees were limited to 50% of the underlying charges, assessment, fines, or fees. But what this amendment does is say, and if you want, you can take a look at the middle portion there, that attorneys' fees are not only, it could be the lesser of $5,000 or 50% of the underlying fees. What this amendment also does is provide some instructions or support to judges in determining fees by with some elements. So if you look at lines 19 and down, it says in determining reasonable attorney fees, we want judges to take a look at the amount of the unpaid assessment, whether or not the attorney fees requested exceeds the amount of the unpaid assessment, whether the amount of time spent or fees incurred by the attorney are disproportionate to the needs of the cases. And so again, we'd like to thank our stakeholders. We'd like to thank some of our other colleagues as well, who are running bills in the same space, to have landed on this language that, again, is supported and agreed upon.
Any further
I
conversation
ask
to
for an aye vote.
Any further conversation to L006? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of L006 to House Bill 1337. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. L006 has been adopted to 1337. To the committee report, Rep. AML Bacon.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I urge an aye vote.
Are there any further conversation to the Transportation Committee report? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of the committee report. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. The committee report has been adopted. Rep. AML Bacon to the bill. Rep. Joda.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So just quickly, a summary of the bill is that the bill requires an HOA to do several things to ensure accountability when seeking to foreclose on a person's home, which includes abiding by collection parameters, including reasonable attorney fees that are related to the actual debt the HOA is trying to recover, and no more than 50% of the debt owed from the assessment fines fees that are owed. So for example, if a homeowner owes $1,000 in assessments and other fees occurred over 6 months, they can only be charged $500 in attorney fees. So before the proceedings with a foreclosure, obtaining a personal judgment against a homeowner or having attempted to bring civil action, unless the unit owner is in bankruptcy, the HOA must have exhausted all other remedies before proceeding with a foreclosure. So retracting an initiated foreclosure if a homeowner is following up to date on their payment plan. The bill introduces the right of redemption procedure when a home has been foreclosed on and sold at auction to allow a family member, a tenant, or community organization to recover a home while still letting the HOA move forward in trying to recover an outstanding debt. The bill also includes a list of alternative lieners with a priority to purchase the home to ensure that the home stays in community and retains affordability when possible. It also, in order to allow for this process following the auction and any other lien holder's right to redeem the unit as real property is held for 180 days. When an alternative liener intends to exercise the right of redemption, they may send notice of intent within 30 days of the sale, ensuring that the unit will not be transferred to another purchaser for at least 180 days. And finally, the bill also requires an HOA to exhaust all available options prior to initiating the foreclosure. And I ask for an aye vote.
AML Bacon.
Thank you. We do have an amendment. I move L7 and ask that it be displayed.
Sure.
L7 has been moved and properly displayed. Rep. Joda.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This simply limits the applicability of the bill to owners who occupy the home as a primary residence. So it exempts corporate owners using the home as a timeshare or a rental. And then it adds a procedure for mediation as another option a homeowner an HOA may exercise prior to moving to foreclosure. And I ask for an aye vote on the amendment.
Are there any conversations to L007? We will take a brief recess. Well, the committee will come back to order. Rep. Joda?
Thank you, Madam Chair. We would like to withdraw L007.
L007 has been withdrawn. Rep. Joda?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move L008 and ask that it be displayed. Do you want to explain?
L008 to House Bill 1337 has been moved and properly displayed. AML Bacon.
Thank you. Members, after discussion with our colleagues, we decided to remove from L007, at least so we can have further deliberation for the first part, which described that procedure only applied to individuals who own their units. And so instead, what we brought before you for L8 is the rest of the amendment, where we just add additional procedure in regards to notice, and that unit owners and HOAs can go to mediation as requested by the Bar Association. And so with that, we urge an aye vote.
Are there any further discussions to L008? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of L008 to House Bill 1337. All in favor, please say aye.
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 All opposed, no. The amendment is adopted. To the bill.
Did you want to share?
Is there any further questions to House Bill 1337? Rep. Frizzell.
Good morning, members. Good morning, Madam Chair. Members, I had the opportunity to hear this bill in the Transportation, Housing, and Local Government Committee, and I really want to tell you how much I appreciate the bill sponsors' willingness to make sure that they get it right. The amount of stakeholding that they have done on all sides is really important, and this bill reflects that. You might recall that my good colleague and I, my colleague from Highlands Ranch and I, ran a bill earlier talking about tax liens and the government theft of property. And unfortunately, we've seen some really bad situations in the state of Colorado around HOA foreclosures, which, while different from a tax lien, is not all that different, as it turns out. So I do appreciate the bill sponsors bringing this solution to what is a very complex problem, making sure that all avenues are executed out. That before foreclosure from an HOA can possibly take place, that there are every means of exhausting solutions with the property owner. And that's just really, really important for both entities. Because the reality is when it comes to HOAs, it's an obligation as part of living in a community. It's part of an obligation for the upkeep of the community. It's a financial obligation. And if one owner is not meeting that obligation, then that obligation falls on the other owners, and that's not fair. So what this bill does is set up some really solid mechanisms to ensure that fairness is across the board for property owners and for HOAs and for other community members. Members, I ask for your aye vote on this bill 1337. Thank you.
Is there any further discussions to 1337? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of House Bill 1337. All those in favor, please say aye. All opposed, no. House Bill 1337 passed. Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move to proceed out of order for the consideration of House Bill 1362.
We are proceeding out of order to hear House Bill 1362. We are going on a brief recess. The committee will come back to order. Mr. Shebo, please read the title to House Bill 241362.
House Bill 1362 by Representatives Lukens and Catlin, also Senators Robertson Simpson, concerning measures to promote the use of gray water.
Rep. Lukens,
Thank you, Madam Chair. It's an honor to serve with you.
it is truly an honor to serve with you.
Members, today we bring before you House Bill 241362 concerning measures to promote the use of gray water. In 2013, the Colorado General Assembly passed House Bill 131044 authorizing the use of gray water in limited circumstances if a county or municipality opted into regulations. This is known as Regulation 86, which was promulgated by CDPHE in 2015, dictating how gray water can be used. Gray water is part of the water used in residential, commercial, or
You're welcome to continue and then move the bill.
the committee report and the bill.
The bill in the committee report has been properly moved. Please go right ahead.
Okay, I move House Bill 1362 and the committee report, excuse me.
To the committee report, Rep. Lukens.
Thank you, Madam Chair. In Agriculture, Water, and Natural Resources Committee, we brought before an amendment that eliminated the tax credit portion of the bill. We have a lot of tax credits in this chamber, and the conservation of water is so crucial to the success of our state that we felt it was imperative that we eliminate the tax credit in order to move forward with the bill. We ask for a yes vote on the Agriculture Committee report.
Are there any further conversations to the Agricultural Committee report? Rep. Catlin.
Madam Chair.
Yes, Rep. Catlin?
Thank you, Madam Chair. It's an honor to serve with you.
It is an honor to serve with you.
We're on the committee report. I'm fine.
Okay. We ask for a yes vote.
Is there any further discussion to the Agricultural Committee report? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of the Agricultural Committee report. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say no. The Agricultural Committee report has been adopted. To the bill, Rep. Lukens.
Thank you, Madam Chair. In order to increase the use of gray water in Colorado to stretch our state's scarce water supplies, this bill changes the mechanism to allow gray water use from a local government opt-in into Regulation 86 to an opt-out approach. So the bill moves it to an opt-out approach. Local governments could opt out via ordinance or resolution, and this allows flexibility for our local governments to allow the regulation and do what we need to do to conserve water.
Is there
We ask for a yes vote.
Rep. Catlin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members, this is a bill that will allow all communities to participate in water conservation. What this is going to do is allow inside a unit, a housing unit, to save the water from their sinks, their showers, and the dishwasher, treat it, and use that water to use in the toilet. This should save 25% of the water that's used in a residential area, in a residential home. What we're trying to find out is how the state of Colorado is going to go about conserving water. Agriculture out at the edge of town is doing everything that they can right now. We're piping ditches, lining canals, changing how we irrigate from flood irrigation to systemized irrigation, those pivots that you see, pivot sprinklers. We are putting a lot of effort and dollars into conserving water. This bill will allow a community to decide that they want to use these gray water products in new construction, only in new construction. Because the inspections on the plumbing code and all those things can be done so easily in new construction. We'll start there. This has some real potential for a lot of your urban areas. Water supply is getting to the point where people are seriously thinking about it. Water companies try to have at least a minimum 50-year firm yield supply. With the growth rate in Colorado, we are using a lot more water than what we had probably figured on. And if you look at the Colorado Water Plan, you can see how short Colorado could be by 2050. Things like this, along with the turf removal bill that we ran last year, 2 years ago, are showing that the state of Colorado is serious about water conservation. The states that we supply water to are looking at us and saying, well, are you serious about saving water? With this kind of bill, the state of Colorado's water negotiators, the Colorado River, the Platte River, the Arkansas, and the Rio Grande will be able to look at those compact members and say, yes, we are serious by taking this kind of action. It may not seem too serious to some of you.
Yes, Rep. Kaplan? Yes.
Get it to quiet.
Members, please, we can't hear out here. Thank you. Go ahead, Rep. Catlin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This is serious. It may not sound like it in the title of the bill, gray water. It sounds like somebody's just trying to pull on your leg. But one of the things that this will do, it will cut back on the consumption of water in the urban areas. Believe me, folks, the urban areas are the ones that will suffer. Agriculture has the priority water rights. Agriculture's been there for a long, long time. And the water rights that they hold dearly. Urban areas are going to need to start participating in water conservation, and this is an easy way for urban areas to do that. By having the rules so that the community has to opt out, allows the communities that want to do this to move forward rapidly. The communities that are not ready to do it can simply pass an ordinance and/or a rule that they don't participate in this. That way they can take the time to figure out if they want to, how they're going to, and those type of things. But there are a number of communities in the state of Colorado that have already opted in. What we're hoping is with this opt-out, we'll get a lot more participation, and those of you that are going to be around for a while will have enough water to get by with. This is a good bill. Vote yes.
Is there any further discussion? Rep. Lynch.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Heard this bill in committee, and this is the kind of stuff that we need to be doing, which is in innovative thinking, not allowing government to get in the way of innovation. As it sits right now, you know, Colorado within the Water Compact is actually not using all of our allocation, and the reason for that is for innovative ideas like this. And when we allow those municipalities to make those decisions, not force them to make the decisions, but free them up to do it, we can only do good things here in Colorado. This is a good bill that will help save water here in Colorado. Vote yes.
AML Winter.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and I also rise in support of this bill. Appreciate the bill sponsors for bringing it. Like I said in committee, good fences make good neighbors. This is what helps bridge the rural-urban divide. You know, most of the time as we see growth in the urban areas, it tries to come off the back of rural Colorado and water rights. And that's really detrimental to our agri-centered communities. It hurts our heritage, it hurts our way of life, and at the end of the day, we do a pretty good job of feeding and clothing everybody, and we need that water not only to keep our communities together and our agricultural families producing for this good state, just the right thing to do. So thank you for bringing this bill. This is a good step forward, and this does send a message to states down the compact that Colorado's taken the lead. So thank you.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion to House Bill 1362? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of House Bill 1362. All in favor, please say aye. All opposed, please say no. House Bill 1362 passed. We will go on a brief recess. The committee will come back to order. Majority Leader Duran.
Thank you. Madam Chair, I move to lay over House Bill 1158 until tomorrow.
Are there any objections? Seeing none, House Bill 1158 will be laid over upon the request of the Majority Leader until tomorrow. Madam Majority Leader.
Madam Chair, I move the committee rise and report.
The committee will rise and report.
The House will come back to order. Mr. Shebel, please read the report of the Committee of the Whole.
Madam Speaker, your Committee of the Whole begs leave to report as under consideration the following attached bills, being the second reading thereof and making the following recommendations thereon. House Bill 1337 is amended and 1362 is amended, passed on second reading, order, engrossed and placed on the calendar for third and final passage. House Bill 1158 laid over until April 5th, 2024.
Representative Joseph. Members, you have heard the motion. There are no amendments at the desk. The question before the House is the adoption of the report of the Committee of the Whole. Mr. Shebel, please open the machine, and members proceed to vote. Representative Epps, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Epps votes yes. Representative Luck, how do you vote?
No.
Representative Luck votes no. Representative Valdez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Valdez votes yes. Representative Ortiz, how do you vote?
Yes.
Representative Ortiz votes yes. Frizzell, Lynch, and Ricks. Representative Frizzell, we do need for you to vote. Thank you. Please close the machine. With 44 aye, 18 no, and 3 excused, the report is adopted. I love Denim Day. Every day should be Denim Day. I love that. Madam Majority Leader? Oh, we can go to announcements. Announcements and introductions. Representative Snyder.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. House Finance will be meeting in 10 minutes down in our usual room 112 to hear House Bill 1297 for action only, Senate Bills 23, 24, and 25, and House Bill 1335. Thank you.
Thank you. Representative Joseph.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. It is an honor to serve with you.
And an honor to serve with you.
Members, I would like to take this opportunity to welcome the Friends School from Boulder. We have the 6th grade class. Please stand and welcome them for me. Thank you. Thank you, members. They are here to learn about our government structure and to be civically engaged. Please meet them, greet them, and thank you so much for helping me to welcome them.
I love 6th grade. It's the best. Representative Kipp.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Energy and Environment members, we will be meeting today not in LSB, but over in 112. So 112, 1:30 today, and we will only be hearing one bill. That's 1370. See you then.
Representative McLaughlin.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Education Committee, we are following the calendar today. Will be 1340, 14, 1301, 1247, and 1361. We'll see you there. Thanks.
Representative Woodrow.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, the House State Civic, Military, and Veterans Affairs Committee will be meeting 11 minutes upon adjournment in LSBA to hear Senate Bills 177, 178, and 176.
Thank you. Representative Amabile.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Business Affairs and Labor will be meeting today at 1:30 sharp, and we are meeting in the Old State Library today. We will be hearing 3 bills, 1373, Senate Bill 81, and House Bill 1270. It's going to be a really fun day.
Thank you, Rep. Amabile. Rep. McCormick.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. For those of you who were wondering, we are not having Agriculture, Water, and Natural Resources Committee today. No
Thank you.
committee.
Thank you. Representative Sirota.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Just another reminder that tomorrow, Friday, April 5th at 8:30 a.m., House Appropriations will be meeting in the Old State Library to hear the bills listed in your calendar.
Thank you. Members, I'll ask for your attention, please. Representative Bradley.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, members. We have a member in here that really needs our help. Really, really needs our help. So if you could reach out to me, our majority leader, to understand what she needs, I would be grateful. She is hurting and she needs help. And I just hope that we as a body can support her and help her. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Committee announcements. Representative Brown will replace Representative English on the Business Affairs and Labor Committee for today only. And one moment, Madam Majority Leader. Representative Catlin.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It's an honor to serve with you.
It is an honor to serve with you.
I need a moment of personal privilege.
So approved.
Thank you, ma'am. Members, a friend of mine just passed away. He was from my hometown. He was a friend of mine for a long time. He was a Vietnam hero. He left that little town as just a young guy, a young kid from Montrose that probably wet behind the ears like most of us were. Anyway, he came home as a hero. He's needed to live off by himself a lot since he came home. But anyway, I wanted to be able to tell you about a guy named Tom Boylan. He was as soft and as gentle as anybody I've ever known. But if it came down to it, I'm sure he was as tough as anybody you've ever met. Those are the kind of people that we grow in this state. And I wanted him to have the honor of having his name in Colorado's record from now on. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Representative. Madam Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move to lay over the balance of the calendar to Friday, April 5th, 2024.
Seeing no objection, the balance of the calendar will be laid over until Friday, April 5th, 2024. Madam Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I move the House stand in recess until later today.
Seeing no objection, the House will stand in recess until later today.